the truth.
Welcome back, guys, to another Fortnite video. This is a different type of video, not like the usual ones. This is more of a commentary for me, reading off the patch notes for you guys to know what's going on with Battle Royale. I know there's been a lot of issues with the game, and Epic Games is really trying to fix everything they can. So let's hop right into it. And you will see gameplay in the background for you guys to enjoy. Let's get started. Um, They added a brand new grenade. That I will have to tell you guys. And it's not in the gameplay in the background this time, but it is a fun grenade to use. It's really, really fun. I would really recommend you guys picking up a couple if you guys find them. They are super rare. They also added shrines to Battle Royale. Search for treasures and new thematic shrines hidden across the map. Um, I've found a couple, but usually when you get to them, they're already looted. Let's get back into it. For general fixes, they enable dynamic resolution and a high quality temporal unsampling on PS4 and Xbox One. Dynamic resolution gives more consistent frame rate during heavy combat, increases visual fidelity when load on the GPU is lighter. There is now full 4K resolution on Xbox One X. They added a key binding for toggle pickaxe on PC. PC and Mac social panel has been expanded to make browsing long lists of friends easier. Added distinctive sounds, variations when starting to build with wood, stone, and metal. Fixed multiple scenarios where connectivity errors would block login. Improved XMPP connection recovery on console. Optimized XMPP payloads. Removed extra queries when returning from a match. Removed redundant store queries. Now, out of all those, the sound variations to wood, stone, and metal are very, very noticeable, and honestly, I like them. I can't. It's hard to not like them, honestly. You guys can probably hear it in the background, and I'm honestly a fan of them. Bug fixes. Fix a problem with empty progress bars incorrectly showing as full bars on Mac. Fix Discord game invites and rich presence information. Those are just PC bug fixes for the PS4. And continued partnership with SIE, we have been able to resolve that issue that occurred for some Fortnite players in which patches took longer to download than they should. Um, Never really experienced that, to be honest. I have a decent um, internet download speed, so maybe it just depends on your speeds, but I guess sometimes, because I know for certain on Call of Duty, some of my patches do take a really long time. Please reach out to Epic customer service and we will address it properly. So see if you guys are experiencing any issues at all, just contact Epic customer service and they'll try to get it fixed as soon as possible. Now, weapons and items they've added to Battle Royale. Like I said in the beginning, the Impulse Grenade was added. It's of blue rarity, found in treasure chests and supply drops only. And honestly, it's honestly super hard to get. The scoped assault rifle is now perfectly accurate with scope. I doubt that people will pick it up more than they already do. I'd still prefer my normal assault rifle. Scoped assault rifle headshot damage decreased from 250% to 200. Now that's a pretty big claim. I didn't really use the scoped rifle, so I wouldn't be able to tell you how much the headshot damage was when I used it. But revolver now uses medium ammo. I would rather it stick to light ammo like all the other pistols. But what can I do? I don't work at Epic Games. Crossbow trap chance decreased by 20%. That is a big thing. I do see crossbows everywhere. There's just too many of them in the game. Minigun drop chance decreased by 12.5%. That also, I'm not a fan of either the I like the guns. They're not guns I would use like playing the game. Um, Seriously. The Chug Jug drop chance decreased by 15%. It was already rare enough for them to drop it another 15%. That's crazy. Um, The white, green, blue SMG is rotating out and heading into the vault. We have, as we all know, they let us know that they were removing the SMGs. The only one that stayed was the tactical submachine gun. Magazine size increased from 30 to 35 on the tactical submachine gun, and the firing rate increased from 10 to 13 as well. Bug fixes to Battle Royale fix sniper rifles occasionally not registering hits when aiming downward with high network latency. I've experienced this. I thought it was just like maybe I aimed a little too high or something that I missed the headshot. But no, shots were going through people, and it's just a frustrating thing. Fixed an issue with projectiles falling to hit nearby players when hitting another target. Um, Never really experienced that. Fixed an issue allowing players to fire around walls with the crossbow and minigun if they stood very close to the edge of the wall. Um, like I said, not a big crossbow or minigun user, so I wouldn't really know of that little exploit. The reload fail messages will no longer display on weapons that do not have the clip to reload. For example, the minigun. Removed per bullet rounding on the shotgun damage calculation. Damage was rounded down to the nearest whole number for each individual pellet. Instead, all projectiles will be added together before rounding. Okay. Fixed an issue which caused the minigun's barrel to glow after use. Like I said, I don't use the minigun. um, Let me know if you guys experienced that, a glow after use. Let me know down below in the comments. Gameplay fixes. Fixed an issue which prevented players from using the first weapon picked up on consoles. Fixed an issue where, under certain network conditions, players could be damaged by bullets passing through structures built at the last second. See, I did experience that a lot. I would build immediately, and still they would get at least one shot on me before after my structure went down. And that was honestly frustrating. I would lose a ton of health. These shots will now hit the structures instead of the player. That's reassuring. Fixed an issue which allowed shots to pass through doors right after they were closed. Fixed an issue which allowed players to pick up extra weapons slash consumables while holding a trap. See, I never really used that little exploit. I never honestly knew about it. The one I did know about was the allowed shots to pass through doors right after they were closed. And it's kind of like when the little issue of people going through doors. Now it's the bullets going through doors, but I'm glad they fixed it. The issue for the little exploit of picking up an extra weapon with consumable while holding a trap. This issue also calls players to drop full stacks of resources and preventing them from harvesting the resource for the rest of the match. Fixed shield hit effects playing while taking falling damage. Fixed supply drops hovering midair if the object beneath them was destroyed. I guess, I mean, there was not much of a big issue. You could just build up to it, but I guess to Epic Games, it was something they needed to fix. Fix the possible crash that could occur while firing weapons before boarding the battle bus. Um, I never honestly had crashes like that. The only problem I have been having is continued disconnection from games. In the beginning of the match, I'll get disconnected instantly. World bug fixes. The soccer stadium and other buildings should now load properly. That was a big thing. I wasn't bothered by it, but I would always pass by the soccer stadium, and it was never rendered completely, and it would just look ugly. But I'm glad they fixed it. Fixed an issue which caused treasure chests to be empty in rare cases. Um, that definitely happened to me a couple times, but I'm glad they fixed it as well. Fixed an ammo crate in Lonely Lodge that didn't spawn ammo. I didn't know about that because I don't really land at Lonely Lodge. I like to land at um, medium to fast-paced areas like Retail or Greasy, Tilted. I didn't know about the Lonely Lodge bug. Performance fixes. Optimize performance of player animations to improve overall frame rate. That's good because honestly, sometimes it's real laggy when I use my animations. Optimize dust cloud and shield effects on low settings for better performance. That's more of a PC thing because we can't actually we don't have a thing on console where we better our performance. The only thing we have is uncapping the frame rate. and limited various hitches caused by certain skins, items being loaded at unexpected times. Character models, weapons, and environment and assets now utilize a level of detail system to improve performance. Improved smoothness of level streaming by loading content on a background thread. Major tweaks to FX settings, targeting medium to low specifications. Now for UI, they've enabled net stats option for PS4. This feature shows your ping time to Epic servers and overall bandwidth usage while playing. This option can be found in the HUD tab under the game settings. I'm a fan of that. That's a good addition to the game. Added an icon to the HUD that indicates which button is used to open the map. And as you guys can see in the gameplay, that icon is there. Added the total elapsed time to matchmaking UI. Um, it's a neat addition. You can see how much you've been actually waiting to what it says you're supposed to wait. The ammo widget above the player's health bar now displays a count for any selected utility item. I didn't really pay attention to that, so if you guys like that little addition, then um, say so in the comments below. The key binding widget in the HUD no longer shows not bound. Added the ability to let players scale the HUD. There's a known issue with that though. It does not affect the HUD after spectating death. So if you rescale it and you die, it'll just go back to regular scale. Bug fixes for UI. There's fixed an issue where PS4 players were not getting credit for playing with friends. That was a big one. I got that challenge several times and could not complete it, so I just kept abandoning it. I'm sure a lot of you guys did too. Improved, and this is all audio. Improved footstep audio by adding separate above and below steps sounds for wood, stone, and metal materials. Moved volume attenuation to be based off player location rather than from the camera. Players can now better hear the surroundings while building, lower the audio levels of initially placing a structure. I don't know how I feel about that because it was really useful when you could hear people building up to you. Add a new wood, stone, metal sound variations when placing structures. The new sounds, by the way, are really neat. I like them. I'm a fan. Added a sound that plays when the crossbow is ready to fire again. Lowered teammate footstep volume slightly. Lower the volume of the sniper impact sound. Lower the volume of emote music when in the breathing phase. Um, Honestly, the emote music doesn't really bother me. I find it entertaining. Bug fixes for audio. Fix an issue which prevented other players from hearing the minigun spin up sound. Fix some audio panning issues when equipping the minigun. Like I've said before, I was never like a big fan of the minigun. I used it probably when it first came out, and same for the crossbow. But I didn't really know about these bugs for the minigun because I didn't really use it. Now for art and animation, there's improved visual effects when moving through deep water. Bug fixes for art and animation. Fix Royal Knight's head clipping through the back of her helmet. I have seen that a couple times. And now for the last part, these are known issues that are still occurring in the game. Weapons crossers will disappear sometimes after using a scoped weapon. Um, it happened to me. It still happens, and it's frustrating when it happens because it can turn the fight from you winning to them potentially winning the fight. Weapons will sometimes appear to be loaded, but cannot be fired. I've never really experienced that, and I hope I don't. In rare cases, an item dropped by an eliminated player cannot be picked up by other players. I have experienced this, and it's honestly an annoying bug. As fast as you want to pick up their loot, it just doesn't work out, and sometimes it can get you killed even in some cases. But for now, guys, that's all of the patch notes for Battle Royale. And right now, we're just going to keep it strictly Battle Royale. If you guys want the patch notes to save the world, I will leave the link in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, just like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more of my videos. And as always, people, have a wonderful day.